There's a saying that goes, "A gun is easy to dodge, but a hidden arrow is hard to guard against." Here, the gun refers to straightforward physical conflicts, while hidden arrows symbolize schemes conducted in secrecy. This metaphor is particularly vivid in the world of martial arts. The conflict among martial arts experts is not entirely dependent on the strength of their combat skills. Sometimes, the use of poison becomes the weapon of choice for gaining an advantage. In Mr. Jin Yong's martial arts novels, many martial arts characters are adept at using poison. They not only utilize poison to harm their opponents, but also elevate this tactic to the level of artistry. This includes the characters Wang Feng, Lan Wang, and Wang Nangu. Firstly, let's talk about Wang Feng, also known as the Western Poison in Jin Yong's novels. In the novel The Return of the Condor Heroes, he is depicted as a very powerful martial arts master with an astounding martial arts prowess. However, his skills are not limited to physical combat alone. His mastery of poison also makes him a character not to be taken lightly. He uses poison so proficiently that people can be poisoned unknowingly, and he himself can even become a victim of his poison. Both his direct opponents and spectators feel deep fear of his poison. Then there's Lan Wang, also known as the Mother of Poison. In Jin Yong's novel The Smiling, Proud Wanderer, she is the leader of the Five Poisons cult. Although her martial arts are not strong, she is a master at using poison. She can cleverly poison her opponents when they least expect it, causing them to die unknowingly. Her poison tactics are both cunning and deadly, causing all her enemies to feel terrified when confronting her. The last one is Wang Nangu from the Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber. She is the lover of Hu Qingniu and a lethal poison expert. Her unique poison-making skills and deep understanding of poison give her a high status in the martial arts world. Her poison techniques surpass even those of Lan Wang, leaving many martial arts masters at a loss when facing her. When discussing these three masters of poison, one cannot ignore their unique poisons. The type and source of poison are important indicators of a poisoner's true ability. Wang Feng's poison mainly comes from various snakes. He has thoroughly researched the poison of 100 snakes, and can extract extremely lethal venom from them. He can even use these venomous snakes to create deadly attacks at any moment, making his poison often unpredictable. Lan Wang's poison comes from the five poisons of her cult, namely the snake, scorpion, centipede, spider, and toad. These five venomous creatures become extremely deadly in her hands, and her control over them and skill in using poison are astounding. She can hide the venomous creatures in the least expected places, and make them exert their effects at the most appropriate moments. Therefore, her poison, though not as direct and strong as Wang Feng's, is more insidious and cunning. As for Wang Nangu, her poison comes from her deep research into various traditional Chinese medicines and herbs. She can transform seemingly harmless traditional Chinese herbs into lethal poisons and cleverly hide these poisons in common items that seem harmless. Her poison, though not as famous as the former two, is equally dangerous. These three are all threatening masters of poison. Each has their own methods and philosophies of using poison. Their existence forces everyone in the martial arts world to be more vigilant, to be cautious about every seemingly ordinary object, for fear of falling into their poisonous traps. Even characters with high martial arts skills cannot underestimate the abilities of these poison masters. However, these masters of poison are not entirely evil. They have their own emotions and moral bottom lines. Wang Feng, despite his high poison skills, genuinely loves little dragon girl. Lan Fenghuang might poison her enemies, but she is full of love for her sect and disciples. Wang Nangu, despite her unpredictable poison techniques, has incomparable love for Hu Qingniu. Finally, from these masters of poison, we can see that Mr. Jin Yong's understanding and depiction of human nature in his novels is multi-layered and multi-dimensional. Even those who use poison are not entirely evil. They also have their own emotions and moral bottom lines. This allows us to see the richness and diversity of human nature, giving us deeper understanding and insights into life.